Well, another year comes around. Leaves or trees in full leaf, almost. The horse chestnut is in bloom. You could almost say same old, same old. I decided not to wear shorts in case I'm attacked by flies. But summer is almost here. It's not exactly hot today, but it's warm, although there is a little bit of a breeze. Here is the horse chestnut bloom. This tree we get conkers on, not edible chestnuts, but conkers we call them. Seems to be a bit of action going on out here with the pheasants. I don't know whether it's a mating thing or what's going on. Just think this hedging and the wall and the trees look so Cotswold here. Beautiful. The Queen Anne's lace is very much in evidence. I tried to time the walk today that I'd bump into my friends Robert and Anne, who I haven't seen for a week or so, but they came early. How different this all looks with leaves on the trees. It's incredible. I don't know if you can hear the planes. There's one going over right now. But we're right under a flight path here. Don't get an awful lot of interference from noise or anything because everybody's flying at 35,000 feet. But it's funny how planes go into all sorts of destinations, fly over Tetbury. That one you might have heard just a minute ago is en route from London to Boston. Took off from London half an hour ago. Gets in Boston in about 7 hours, I guess. In just a few days, the Queen Anne's lace has really started to bloom. When I say started, I mean before long it will be bursting. London to Dallas Fort Worth, just flying over. I know it's anal, but what else have I got to do? Nice little porthole to look through towards the Rod Martin long barrow under those trees up there, and the field of growing wheat in front of us. So the crops are rotated religiously here every year. I think I'm right in saying last year this was oilseed rape. This year it's barley. Barley has a green appearance and is more delicate in its head than wheat, which is on the other side of the road here. Still has a long way to go this week. The wheat has more of a bluey green tint, and this wheat still has a long way to go before it's ripe. The plane you heard just now will have taken off from Cotswold Airport, which is just a mile or two up the road from here. It's nice how the barley almost looks like rippling water when the wind blows. Look at this. weeds or flowers growing in the wrong place, so they say. Thank goodness for that. This fantastic tree is hawthorn. That'll have red berries on it eventually. The birds like them, but we can't eat them, as far as I know. Walking past the wheat field and into the little spinney ahead. Sorry if you're picking up some wind noise. Should have brought the other camera really, but I love these old Cotswold stone walls, barley behind it. And right across this field is the Rod Martin long barrow, which we saw from the other side a bit earlier. Right there. The long barrow, or sometimes known as Rod Martin Tump, T-U-M-P, was built as a burial place back in the Neolithic period. So we're looking at 3,500 to 4,000 years BC. Incredible, really. Of course, it has been pillaged many years ago, but it's still a protected site. Just walking into this little spinney now, or copse as some people call it. Bumblebee struggling a bit. Too much honey. This piece of woodland is now about to open up into what appears to be a field of wheat. So we've got to cross this field of wheat, and because this is civilized England, we don't have "get off my land or I'll shoot you." We don't have that here. The farmer cuts a way through the wheat field for people like me to walk through. That is what we call civilized, guys. I can hear a buzzard in the distance, but it won't come out on this, I'm afraid. I have to say it is bloody lovely being out here in the middle of all these crops, feeling the sun on my skin. Coming to the end of this field, need to turn right now and go along by those trees over there right at the end. Actually the branches here overlap the crop, so I'm going to go what is actually the proper way. I don't want to be covered in ticks when I get home. So I shall follow the footpath sign, the Monarch's Way. Which monarch, we ask ourselves. Somebody can look that up and tell me if you like. And back into some more woodland. I say woodland, but half the trees on the left here have been chopped since I was last up here. I'm going to say they must have been diseased. These are new fir trees that have been planted. We have a problem here, and I think it's not just us, but so many of our fir trees are succumbing to some kind of insect that's killing them. I'm assuming the ones they're planting are resistant. On my way down this little lane, which will take me to a bigger lane where the car is after a short walk. Just as well I wore my joggers, because the stinging nettles are out and about. Not good for shorts. Which reminds me, as well as not having anybody here shouting, "Don't walk on my land," we don't have any poison ivy here in the woods. We don't have any poison oak. Stinging nettles are nothing but a bit of a nuisance. And no rattlesnakes either. We do have snakes here. Non-venomous grass snake and a venomous European viper. But it's not a serious bite, so they say. Just one little spot where the bluebells are still in bloom. So here is the same wheat field that I've been basically walking around for the last hour or so. So there is the, there's the tump. There's the tump. The Rob Martin longbarrow is just there. So now I'm back on the road, on the way back to the car. I enjoyed that walk today. I hope you enjoyed it too.